Hello and welcome to another special edition of this Facebook Live Situation Room, where we discuss what's happening between India and Pakistan and the latest updates on the current situation. We are going out live on Facebook so we can reach other people all around Pakistan, all around the world, and even in India who want to actually tune in and hear what is true and not only the lies that their media has been telling them. Today, another surprise by Pakistan, another surprise by Prime Minister Imran Khan. He just a few minutes ago, he announced that Pakistan would be releasing the captured Indian pilot, the pilot that was captured yesterday by Pakistani forces. He would be released tomorrow and be sent back to India. He has been taken good care of, and this again has been a surprise for India. India's joint press conference between all the services chiefs has been delayed now by 2 hours. It was supposed to happen at 5 o'clock Indian Standard Time. Now it's going to take place at 7 o'clock Indian Standard Time. So they have time to figure out what exactly Pakistan has said. Pakistan again surprises India, and of course it is being shown negatively in the Indian media. Let's discuss the whole situation. We have Rasool Bakhsh Raees Saab with me right now. Rasool Bakhsh Raees Saab, it's a very surprising turn of events for a second day running. Prime Minister Imran Khan again springing a surprise, again pulling out a rabbit out of the hat and announcing to release the Indian Air Force Wing Commander. Do you think that's a good peace gesture and it will work like it's intended to?
Not sure if it will work with the Indian government, but I believe that this is a great gesture and that is consistent with our traditions and international conventions as well. And it is a good diplomacy demonstrated by Pakistan's Prime Minister. He is being released within 24 hours, more or less about that time. He should go back and join his family. And it is a move that shows that Pakistan wants to diffuse the situation as it has developed since Pulwama attack. I believe that Indian government, Indian media and Indian people take it in that spirit that Pakistan wants peace, normalcy, and wants to avoid escalation of tensions between the two countries, because as Prime Minister Imran Khan has stated in his speech yesterday, that it is easy to start war. It is difficult to end them because we will lose control over escalatory ladders. We don't know where it is going to end, how it is going to end. I think it is a good move. It must be registered. Will it be registered as a good positive intention of Pakistan towards peace and reconciliation with India? I'm not sure about that.
Well, we're going to find that out pretty soon. Prime Minister Modi, Indian Prime Minister, is going to be addressing the Indian public very soon. The Indian channels have been running tickers saying that an announcement is imminent by Prime Minister Modi. We are waiting and we are hoping that he also responds positively to Pakistan's de-escalation. But of course, Prime Minister Imran Khan also mentioned in his speech that he tried calling Prime Minister Modi yesterday and Pakistan had information that India was about to launch an attack yesterday night, but the attack was postponed because Pakistan got to know about it and Pakistan informed the international community very timely. So you think now the threat of another attack by India or another incursion by India is lower today than it was yesterday?
I think the first I would like to comment on Prime Minister Imran Khan's effort to reach out to the Indian Prime Minister. Again, I believe that this is a statesmanship gesture. When it is very difficult to talk, you take the first step to talk. And you know that the other side may not be willing to talk to you, but still you make the effort that Prime Minister made. So he exhausted his moral as well as diplomatic and political responsibility. That look, we wanted to talk to you, and meaning that basically that we want to take hands of friendship and peace. And there was no response from the Indian side. That if the Indian Prime Minister wanted to talk, he could respond and go start that. The telephone conversation has not taken place because the other side did not want to. Yeah, about the other thing that what India might do.
And Prime Minister Modi has been suspiciously absent. He has not faced the media. He only addressed BJP workers through a telephonic address, and he mentioned that the Pakistan or other country, he did not mention Pakistan by name, but he said countries are trying to destabilize India, and again said that we are in a strong position to stop terrorism, and we will do that. Of course, no reconciliatory statement coming out from Prime Minister Modi, from his only statement to have come out since Pakistan-India hostilities started.
Yes, there is uncertainty about the next move that Modi is going to take. He has too much at stake, far more than the Prime Minister of Pakistan. He has stake at elections, and it was elections on his mind that he played out the Pulwama incident, because Pakistan had told India and the world that bring any evidence to us and we will act promptly. There is a culprit, if there are any in Pakistan, and you share evidence with us, and we're willing to cooperate in investigating the incident, whether or not Pakistani elements are involved in that incident or not. They were not willing to it because he wanted to take the action that he took in order to get popular vote and popular vote in the next forthcoming election. And unfortunately for our side, that his nose has been rubbed very badly. What happened yesterday morning, downing up his Indian Air Force plane.
And of course, Prime Minister Modi's intentions have also been revealed by one of his very close confidants. A BJP leader went on record to saying that they will win now 22 seats in Karnataka because of the Indian military action against Pakistan. Of course, that is being severely criticized by the Indian press as well right now.
Yeah, my fear is that given this background, elections and Modi's mindset, we should expect something worse from India. I am not very confident today that he is going to talk peace.
Okay, so you're expecting that India might go for further escalation?
I think that I will be surprised if they are constrained and the international community puts its effort into sustaining India. I hope that the saner voices prevail in India and there is better sense. But still, I'm very skeptical given the record of Mr. Modi.
But we have statements from the American President Donald Trump as well. He says he's expecting some good news to be coming out from India and Pakistan. He also mentioned that they want Pakistan and India to settle their disputes that, according to him, has been going on for decades and decades. So do you think America or some other country might play the role of a mediator between Pakistan and India and might force India to accept that mediation? Because, of course, the international community is really concerned about the hostilities between two nuclear-armed neighbors.
The mediatory role will be confined only to bringing the two sides to the negotiating table and putting some gentle pressure here and gentle pressure there, asking them to resolve problems peacefully. And also, I think that they are making good efforts to diffuse the situation. I will be pleasantly surprised if I hear peaceful talk and restraint from the Indian Prime Minister when he addresses his people. So, but at the same time, I believe that there is a need of third-party intervention. And is their intervention as good as we would expect from the United States? I'm not sure about that. But when President Donald Trump makes that statement, that gives a little bit of confidence that behind the scenes there is the diplomatic activity persuading India and Pakistan to lower the level of tension, to lower the temperature.
Well, this, of course, is a different kind of confrontation between India and Pakistan, the kind that we've not seen before, because, of course, there is a lot of connectivity. The internet allows us to see what they are reporting, and their internet allows them to see what the Pakistani media is reporting. So the government telling its own people a certain set of lies is not really happening right now, because the other side's version is also readily available to both the populations. Do you think this would play a role in helping lower the tensions? Because we are seeing a lot of Indian citizens taking to Twitter, calling for a stop to the escalation of hostilities, and also the hashtag Say No to War being the top trend in India for the last 24 hours.
I think sometimes we make mistakes, and often that mistake is also made in India and elsewhere. That we take the whole country as one West. There is no one West in Pakistan. There is no one West in India either. There are sinner people here, there are sinner people there. There are extremists there, there are extremists there. There are people here who want war with India. There are people in India who want war with Pakistan. But at the same time, there are people who want to touch peace. There is a large number of Indians, intellectuals, thinkers, journalists, civil society activists, and also politicians who think that peace should be a desirable goal of a destiny and something that we should pursue with dedication. So I think that some of the Twitter reports that I have seen, the comments I have seen, they are very encouraging. But how much this kind of public pressure can really work to constrain a leader who seems to be determined on damaging Pakistan? This is another issue. You have parallel dialogues, but which particular kind of conversation or narrative really prevails and influences government policy is something very different. I am not very confident of public opinion shaping national security and foreign policy of India or that of Pakistan. But at the same time, we have to recognize that these voices for sanity, for peace and stability are becoming much more louder and much more effective and larger in numbers. And that is very
they do have a platform now, because if there was no Twitter, if there was no Facebook, and if there was no social media, these voices would never be heard.
Exactly. No, the truth cannot be hidden under the carpet. You cannot push things, text under the carpet anymore. And whatever they are telling to the media, or the way the media is reporting in India, is eye-opener. That how much Indian media is free. I don't think either they are biased or they are under pressure from the BJP goons. And some of them are under pressure from the BJP goons. They go and attack them and destroy them. We have never seen so far any private group, with the exception of the party in Karachi and what happened on some of the television stations years back, when one particular section of that party was very dominant. But it is a regular pattern attacking an activist. If a media person, a media channel, if they don't go the line of the government or the BJP party. So I'm really disappointed the reporting they are doing on this incident, and also the kind of tenor and the sentiment they are using.
Of course, the war-mongering has been going on by Indian media for quite some time now, and the professionalism shown by the Pakistani media, the Pakistani armed forces in all dimensions of this conflict have been really remarkable, and it has been winning praise all over the Twitter as well. Indian nationals have been saying that they appreciate the kind of reporting that is being done in Pakistan, and of course that is one of the reasons why we are putting out our message on Facebook Live, so we can reach out to the Indians as well, reach out to the Kashmiris in Indian occupied Kashmir to tell them that Pakistan stands with them. Pakistan does understand their problem as well, but Pakistan is willing to talk, Pakistan is willing to de-escalate, and Pakistan has offered an olive branch by the release, announcing the release of the wing commander Abhinandan. Do you think right now we should just sit and wait for the Indian response, or we should continue with the diplomatic offensive and reach out to all the countries in the world and show them what exactly India is doing and what exactly we are trying to do?
I think diplomacy is moving in all directions, doing everything, using every instrument that can advance our national interests, that protect our national interests. It is not either or. We should be doing all what you have mentioned and much more. We are in much more tighter corner. because of the agenda that has been launched by India and also some of India's allies in the larger international world. So we have much task to accomplish, and we should continue working on that. We should engage international community. We should do certain reforms internally as well. And I hope that the Afghan conflict and war comes to an end, that the remove its memories of last 40 years from our back. We will be light and eager.
Okay, Mr. Rasool Bakhsh, it's very nice to have you. I hope to keep you with me. We have Mehmal Sarfaraz as well. He's joining us right now on this really special edition of Facebook Live, so we can actually reach out to everybody who's trying to watch and get the Pakistani perspective for the international audience. Mehmal Sarfaraz, a warm welcome to this special transmission. How do you see Pakistan's announcement as a peaceful gesture to release Abhinandan, the wing commander who was captured yesterday by the forces?
The thing is that actually Pakistan has behaved in a very mature and responsible way. After the Pulwama attack, Prime Minister of Pakistan announced that he offered India that, you know, if you have any evidence, any actionable evidence, we will act on it. Please share it with us. And then he also made an appeal yesterday as well. And he just said it in Parliament today that he reached out to the Prime Minister's office in Delhi yesterday, but they couldn't get through. So what he has announced today, he's actually achieved something huge today. By doing this, he's done a one-up on Prime Minister Modi and
a second surprise for India, you might say.
Yes, it was actually a surprise for India. And I don't think that India expected Pakistan. One, they didn't expect Pakistan to retaliate so soon after their strike, which Pakistan did. And then even after that, you listen to DG ISPR's briefing, and he said that, you know, there's no victor in war, and we don't want war, we want peace. Same message was actually given by Prime Minister Imran Khan. So I'm actually, to be honest, very proud of how Pakistan has handled this. Even our media has been far more responsible, and Prime Minister Imran Khan also appreciated Pakistani media today in Parliament. And I must say that Pakistan has behaved really, really well. We've defended our borders, but we've also given a message of peace to India. Let's wait and see how India responds now.
And of course, the reconciliatory messages and messages for de-escalation have been coming in from all over the world right now. Donald Trump, a case in point, he said he's expecting some good news to be coming out of Pakistan and India. He also mentioned that they'd be helping in diffusing the crisis that has been going on for decades and decades. Do you think there can be an offer of mediation that India might accept? Because so far India has insisted that it's a bilateral thing, and third-party mediation is out of the question. But do you think right now this might be a time that India finally agrees to mediation to solve this long-standing issue?
Shehzad, the thing is that, you know, I mean, both Pakistan and India are nuclear countries. And nobody in the world would want a nuclear war or any sort of war to erupt between Pakistan and India, because the world cannot afford this. This region cannot afford it. The people of Pakistan and India cannot afford this. So obviously, international community was going to mediate and put an end to this escalation. I don't know whether India would agree to a mediation on Kashmir, but the thing is that, you know, Kashmir and terrorism, these two issues are the main problems between India and Pakistan. That's why they haven't gone forward. That's why SAARC hasn't done anything, hasn't been able to do anything like European Union. It hasn't been successful like that. So I think that after the Indian elections, and I do believe that Modi is actually, he will not take a peace overture right now as such because of the upcoming elections. But once the government, the new Indian government is in power, I think that something, there may be some resolution. I don't know if there will be a resolution of the Kashmir issue, but I think talks between India and Pakistan will formally start once a new government comes in power in India.
Of course, but we are assuming that the new government would not have Modi in it. Raees Saab, I'd like to come back to you. Do you think...
No, Shehzad, sorry, I'd just like to say, I think that Modi will win these elections.
Okay.
And even if he is in power, he'll still start talking to Pakistan once he comes to power, but after the election.
Okay, Raees Saab, I'd like to take your comment on that. Do you think Modi is going to come back to power after this actually a failed military strategy against Pakistan?
From politics is not astrology, and you cannot really make predictions. And when you talk about elections, every day matters, every week matters, every month matters. Elections are too far away. I cannot comment which party is going to win. It is going to be a very tough fight for Mr. Modi and his party.
But do you think, if we are going by the assumption that this was all done to get more seats by the BJP in the upcoming elections, do you think the strategy is working for Prime Minister Modi?
I think there were multiple objectives. I don't think there was a one objective. The most important objective in exploiting the Pulwama incident and placing all the blame on Pakistan was to create an impression about Kashmiri resistance and situation in Kashmir as created by Pakistan, and primarily to deflect attention from the genuine mass uprising that Indian forces have been confronting in Kashmir. And I think that partly India has succeeded in that. By creating tensions within Pakistan, it has deflected domestic and international attention from human rights violations in Kashmir. That was the objective.
Mehmal, how do you see the situation now? Currently, the Indian channels are reporting that Pakistan had to release Abhinandan under pressure, and it is a victory for India in that sense. But if you consider the scene that we have Kulbhushan Yadav for the last 3 years and no pressure could force us to release him, so do you think there was international pressure in Pakistan to release the pilot, or it is genuinely a goodwill gesture by Pakistan?
I think it's genuinely a goodwill gesture by Pakistan. And look, under the Geneva Convention and under international rules, we have to release the Indian pilot because he's not a spy. He's somebody doing his duty. And if this had happened with a Pakistani pilot, even the Indians would have had to release him later, but maybe they wouldn't have done this so soon, given that they have a very right-wing extremist government in power over there. But you see, not all Indian media is like Times now. People in the Indian media, I was just seeing this tweet where Rajdeep said this. You said that we in India may not like this, but in terms of pure optics, Imran Khan at the moment is winning the day by taking the moral high ground. And so, something like the Indian media is appreciating, the saner voices in the Indian media are appreciating what Imran Khan has done. And they're actually telling their other media, the media that wants war and that is actually spinning this as if it is their win, that, no, this is actually a gesture made by Pakistan and we should take it as it is and give credit where it is due. So the Indian media has acted really, really in a very childish and really, it's just like they want a war. It's so sad to see that, the media is supposed to do its job. We are journalists. We need to just report facts. We don't need to give an opinion on how we want a war, and especially we should not be warmongers. So I'm really, really disappointed by the Indian media in general.
Of course, Raees Saab, a war between India and Pakistan would not be limited to just Kashmir. And of course, nobody can foresee where this war would go, as Prime Minister Imran Khan said.
And let us not think of war. Let us think of peace. I think we should not start imagining scenarios. If we start imagining scenarios, it will be very horrific to think about the consequences of war. But one thing which I learned from history and theory of civic expert and theory is that the losing side always tries to escalate the level of conflict and tension. It should stop here, and if India escalates the level, it will be very difficult for Pakistan to control that escalation. Where it leads, we don't know, and this is what Imran Khan has said, and this is what everybody who studies history and strategy knows.
And we have some good news coming in right now. We are getting reports that Prime Minister Imran Khan and Prime Minister Modi might have telephonic contact or contact in some way today. Reports are coming in from the Prime Minister House that there are chances that Prime Minister Imran Khan and Prime Minister Modi would get to talk today. Of course, Prime Minister Imran Khan revealed today at the joint session of the National Assembly that he did try to talk to Prime Minister Modi yesterday and tried to extend a hand of friendship and an olive branch for peace, but he could not get through. Today, the Prime Minister House is saying that there are chances that he might get to talk with the Prime Minister Modi. And of course, on that note, we would like to end this special live transmission. I'd like to thank Rasool Bakhsh Raees and Mehmal Sarfaraz for joining us. Of course, this is a attempt by us, by the Pakistani media, to reach out to the Indian viewers and the international viewers to get the Pakistani point across. And our point is, we are calling for de-escalation. We are calling for peace to be given another chance. And in this situation, good news is coming in. Prime Minister Imran Khan and Prime Minister Modi might finally get to talk. This has been a GNN Facebook Live presentation.